Hey, are we live everywhere?
We're ready.
Okay, so everybody, hi, I'm David Hayward, also known as the Naked Pastor, and I'm here today with Meg Calvin, who, like me, does not mind rocking the boat and disrupting thought patterns, the status quo, in order to help realign spiritually. She's an Amazon best-selling author. That's so cool.
So
A wife, that's cool too. Mom,
very
also
cool.
cool. Speaker, podcaster, and coach who helps her fellow spiritually attuned go-getters find confidence and certainty in who they were meant to be. So in this live video, we'll explore the 3 reasons why spiritual burnout happens. So, and then we're going to explore an upcoming opportunity that Megan's going to talk about. Looking forward to hearing more about that. For burnt out or recovering holy rollers. So, hey, Meg.
Hi, David. It's so good to be with you today.
It's good to be with you too. Yeah, it's always good to be with you. Yeah.
You know,
So the spiritual burnout, I mean, that's a huge deal. And some people probably maybe have never even heard the term before, but what are you referring to when you talk about spiritual burnout? And you say there's a few reasons why it happens. So maybe you
yeah,
can start with the first one. What's the big one?
yes. So people will relate to all of these or one of these, or there's a chance that you won't relate to any of these.
Mhm,
And that's because there are other reasons that spiritual burnout happens. And today we're only going to look at 3.
mhm.
The first reason that I'd like to explore is that we reach spiritual burnout when we forget that our bodies are our best friends.
Oh, yeah.
That despite what we say to our bodies when we look in the mirror after a shower, they are for us. And the church has tried to separate these two, our connection to our bodies
Mhm.
for many years, as we all
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And when we do this, we lose connection to the power of the connection of the mind, body, and the spirit. And this is the furthest thing from sustainable, professionally or personally. So that's one reason.
Mhm. That's so interesting. You're so right because when I grew up in the church and everything, we were taught to beat our bodies into submission,
Mm,
and and then the spirit we were supposed to be working on it 24/7. So, and I like you, I'm learning that the spirit and the spirit and the secular, or sacred and secular, there's no separation. It's
mm,
really joined, knitted together. So if our
mhm.
bodies aren't being taken care of, our spirits are going to suffer as well. So that's really true.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's the
Yeah.
second reason?
The second reason is, or one reason, the second reason is we reach spiritual burnout when, not when we get too busy, which is a myth. We reach spiritual burnout when we have forgotten who we are, when we have forgotten who we were made to be. So
Mhm.
I think a lot of overcommitted Christians, which I'm a recovering one of those, lots of overcommitted Christians and probably overcommitted members of other religions too. When we start serving and living and choosing from a place that's coming from the desperate needs of others
Yeah,
and not, or coming from appeasing or impressing others,
right.
when we serve from that place and not from the place of what brings me the most joy, what meets the needs of the world that I feel I was made to meet or
Mhm.
help meet, when we're not serving from that place, when we've forgotten who we were made to be, we reach utter, speaking from experience, utter spiritual burnout.
Mhm. Is that what we call that in like my wife's a nurse and they talk about compassion fatigue? Is that's kind of the same thing?
Yes, you could not hear me. I was because my dog had opinions. I was going, yes, ooh, yes. So true, especially in the Christian world.
Yeah.
And a lack of drive, a lack of creativity. Those
Mhm.
things too are
Mhm.
definitely a part of that for sure.
So the first reason is we're disconnected from our bodies. We're not in tune with what our bodies need. The second one is just burning out from serving others all the time rather than taking care of ourselves as well. So, and then what's the third one?
The third one, the third
The third
exciting
reason for burnout. Yeah.
drum roll, please. A third reason that we reach spiritual burnout is that we as Christians have given way too much power over our lives to other much louder Christians. And it's time to take that power back.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Can you unravel that for me? You know what I thought of as soon as you said that was online stuff that happens where we get sucked into toxic conversations and even toxic relationships, but it sort of reflects what's happening in real life too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's amazing. I'm glad that what I said led to that within you, because I wasn't thinking of that. So blame God, go God. So what if I was to unpack this one, what it would mean from my experience, which is of course all that I can speak of, is whenever we go to make a decision in our life, there's a small voice in our head, and it's not the Holy Spirit. It's not divine truth. It's the voice of the church committee chair, or it's the voice of the youth pastor. It's the voice of another Christian mentor in our life. And they say, no, you shouldn't read that book. That person's not a Christian that wrote it. Or they say that little voice comes up. So that kind of power over our decisions.
Oh man, that hits so close to home, because when I've actually had those words said to me. You shouldn't be reading that book. There's alternatives in the Christian world that you should be reading. So yeah, powerful.
Yeah, very powerful. And then we go even deeper to how we vote. Oh, you shouldn't be exploring that candidate because, and instead of turning down the volume of others that are Christian and turning up the volume of the Holy Spirit, and being open to the voice of the Holy Spirit being different than the Christian mentors in your life, being open to that.
Actually using our own voice rather than parroting the voice of our mentors and teachers and influencers and authorities and all that kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. I bet a lot of people are resonating with what you're saying right now, and I bet they'd love to hear more. So how can they hear more about this? How can they learn more about this? What resources do you have?
So I'm very, very, very excited because we did a beta round of the I Am My Own Sanctuary course, subtitle How Recovering, because subtitles are everything. Let's just be clear. How recovering holy rollers can find healing and power. We did a beta round of this course this past summer, and it was amazingly enriching for me. And the feedback I got was that it was amazingly enriching from others as well. We even had a person take the course who was an atheist, and that was so much fun to explore. You've said before, it's all syntax, it's all linguistics. You said something like that before. So it was amazing to explore the way that we use words and how we're using them differently, and how, anyway, I won't chase that bunny. But this wonderful person that is an atheist that took the course, she shared that even though she doesn't believe in a higher power, that she wanted to take the course because she loved what the book had to teach her about her self-talk and reimagining that to a way that better serves her. She loved what the book had to say about setting up boundaries with toxic relationships in your life. So it was a blast. And now we're ready to fully launch the course, and it starts October 12th. You can access it on your phone or the computer. It's a 2-week course. And there's videos shot by Ralph Polindo at Choir. So it's a very professionally curated course, and teaching videos and discussion boards with me and others. And these are some of the things that I can guarantee for you in the course with me. So we already talked about boundaries, relational boundaries with toxic people. And then we have an understanding of how to set your brain up for optimal productivity and presence. Right? Helpful tips to discerning your life purpose. Ideas for self-care that do actually honor the mind, body, spirit, soul connection. Practical steps to get rid of limiting beliefs around your ambition and goals, because I've noticed a lot of recovering holy rollers have so many messed up views around ambition and goals.
Absolutely. I can totally relate. Yep.
Yes. I remember that from reading some of your stuff. And And then a chance to laugh while reflecting over questions of self-worth and faith. And I say a chance to laugh because I know I'm watching the clock. I won't go too long, I promise. This book is a very odd beast in that it reads like the comedian Seth Meyers and the celebrity nun. Should probably be offended that I called her that, but that the celebrity nun, Joan Chittister, it's as if the two of them conceived a book baby. And that's what this book is. It's satirical, it's self-help, it's spiritual, it's theological. So there's lots of laughter in the book. Most of the time it's self-deprecation toward myself as a recovering holy roller. And in the course that carries over in the videos as well. And then most importantly, this 2 weeks is all about you rediscovering the power of the Holy Spirit within yourself. And that will equip you in taking power back over your life from other Christians and others. And exciting news. Have you done a book with Audible? I'm sure you have. You have audiobooks of your stuff on Audible?
Not yet, but I'm working on one right now. Yeah.
I can't wait to get it. So the funny thing about Audible is you submit, choir submitted it, the voiceover actors got our stuff done, it was all submitted, and then we were just told it'll come out someday. So this week Ralph messaged me, hey, your Audible book just dropped. The audiobook is out.
Cool.
It's a crazy, so great timing, and they're giving us 10 free audio books, and the next 10 people to register for this online course, we'll put the link in the comments below. The next 10 to register, they get the audiobook for free. That means they don't have to buy the book that goes along with this 2-week course. It just can't get any better than this.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. Yeah, I hope a bunch of people sign up for this course. I remember when you first asked me to read the book for you, and I posted a picture of myself reading the book laughing, because there were several times in the book where I caught myself smiling and even laughing out loud. So it's really good. And I'm pretty sure too, with the course, just being with you online, are you going to be actually live, or are they recorded videos, or are you going to actually be with a live group?
So they're pre-recorded teaching videos. I'm with you in the discussion boards, and we did do a Zoom call, a live Zoom call with everyone in the beta round of this. Cool. And that went pretty well. So based on the feel of each cohort or group that comes together, there could be Zooms happening for sure. Awesome. And that's one of the many perks of these types of learning situations, as you know, because you do them, is you can be there to offer individualized care for people in a coach-like role, in a cheerleader type role, in a soundboard type role. So I'm looking forward to being and hanging out with the people that are watching right now and thinking, hey, I really need help with my relational boundaries, or hey, I'm spiritually burnt out. So yeah.
Exactly. Perfect. So there's a place here for them to register, sign up?
Yes, I'll put the link below.
Awesome. Awesome. Anything else you need to say before we go?
No, thank you for your patience with the Zoom gremlins, as my friend Tim calls them.
Yeah, it's always a hassle, but I'm very thankful for things like Zoom, especially during these days, COVID and everything. It's so cool to be able to connect with everybody, and it'll be really cool too with a course where you can even get closer and more intimate with other people in the group. So so everybody sign up, and this book is along with the course and along with Meg herself, I'm sure it's going to be a blast. So thanks so much, Meg. Good to see you. See you again soon.
Have fun in Canada.
Yeah, come